Just the thought of that place and the lodge gone is just heart-rending to so many of us that have connections to the canyon.
Fire claims an historic lodge of the Grand Canyon's North Rim. Why so many Utahns are devastated by this loss.
Utah.
KSL News at 10 starts now.
Good evening. Heartbreak, shock, and devastation for many Utahns with connections to the North Rim of the Grand Canyon up in flames right now, especially for the loss of the historic Grand Canyon Lodge.
News specialist Dan Ruscone has their story and joins us live. Dan, Utah has significant connections to this area.
Yeah, there are all kinds of connections here. In fact, a historian telling me it was a Salt Lake City company that actually built that lodge nearly 100 years ago. Plus, there's a Utah family, 5 generations, that's running another lodge that had to be evacuated right there in the Grand Canyon.
A devastating sight at the beautiful and popular North Rim of the Grand Canyon. Huge flames torching dozens of structures, including the historic Grand Canyon Lodge that's been there for nearly 100 years.
The loss of the lodge at the North Rim is heartbreaking. It's part of the North Rim history, just like our lodge is.
This area is practically home to Melinda Rich Marshall, who runs the popular Jacob Lake Inn on the North Rim of the Grand Canyon and spoke to us from her home in St. George. Her lodge has been there for 102 years in the family. She and her entire team of employees had to evacuate the area as the White Sage fire came within 2 miles of her place.
This is our second major catastrophic fire in 5 years that we have been dealing with. And we really just started to recover from that one.
She says the financial toll is going to be huge because the fire is shutting down the North Rim for the rest of the season.
The North Rim is probably 80% of the money that we make. We really don't know how we're going to make it through. And it's pretty scary, truthfully. It really is.
There's a ton of Utah connection.
Davy Crockett, who lives in Saratoga Springs, is a vice president of the Grand Canyon Historical Society. He's also written a book on the Grand Canyon. He says the historical lodge was actually built by a Salt Lake company.
Those of us who know people there just have the faith and understanding that they're going to do everything they can to see that it can be rebuilt.
And that lodge was actually rebuilt more than 100 years ago after another fire. So that's why they do believe it will be rebuilt. Melinda telling me she has no idea when they can get back into their lodge. Debbie, back to you.
Dan, it is so heartbreaking and the fire is so far from being done. Thanks for that update tonight.